welcome once again to our commerce classroom. First of all, I wish very best to everyone who are appearing for Kerala Public Service Commission Assistant Professor of Commerce examination. Here we are covering Module 10 Financial Management as per your syllabus. I try to cover the full topics come under financial management. This is my promise to all of you. We will fight together. We know in financial management or finance is the art and science of managing money. We know it. The major areas of finance are financial services and second area financial management. We know our financial management is otherwise known as corporate finance or managerial finance. Then financial services and financial management, these are the two major areas of finance. We know financial services is concerned with design and delivery of advice and financial products to individuals, business and government. I repeat, financial services is concerned with the design and delivery of advice and financial products to individual, business and government. Then we come to our financial management. We know our financial management is concerned with the duties of financial manager in business firm. Financial management is concerned with the duties of financial manager in a firm. Financial managers actively manages the financial activities of any type of business organization. That doesn't matter. That business organization may be financial or non-financial, then private and public, then large or small, profit seeking or non-profit seeking, that doesn't matter. The activities performed by our manager in these organizations, we call it financial management. Then we discuss the term finance function. We know finance function is concerned with the procurement of funds from various sources and its effective utilization. Finance function simply include two things: procurement of funds from various sources and its effective utilization. Then we know we have mainly two approaches to finance function. First approach, our traditional approach, and the second approach, modern approach. We all know about these two approaches. Traditional approach, we know in 1920s and 1930s we used the terms corporate finance in our business world in the place of our financial management. In our traditional approach, the scope of finance function is concerned only with the procurement of funds needed by a business organization from the most suitable sources. Traditional approach, in it, we consider only the procurement of funds needed by a business organization. In our modern approach, we know finance function includes the raising of funds and its effective utilization. In modern approach, finance function covers various areas: financial planning, the raising of funds, allocation of funds, financial control, etc. All these come under our modern approach in this finance function. Then we discuss what are the aims of finance function. Mainly there are four aims of finance function. First one, acquiring sufficient funds, and the second one, proper utilization of these funds, and the third one, increasing profitability, and then fourth one, maximizing firm's value. I repeat, aims of finance function: acquiring sufficient funds, then second one, proper utilization of funds, then third one, increasing profitability, and then fourth one, maximizing firm's value. These are the four aims of our finance function. Then the functions of finance. Next topic we cover here: functions of finance, it otherwise known as areas of finance. We know the three types of financial decisions: investment decision, then financing decision, and dividend decision. Investment decision, we know it is actually related to the selection of assets in which we are going to invest. We can invest funds in three types of assets. First one, securities or portfolio investment. That investment, securities or portfolio investment, mean investing firms' funds in financial assets. Investing firms' funds in financial assets is known as securities or portfolio investment. Then second one, fixed or long-term asset investment. Long-term investment decision is otherwise known as capital budgeting. All of we know it. Then Third type of investment decision is current or short-term asset investment decision. Then we know if we decide to invest our funds in short-term assets, that here means current assets, we call that decision as a working capital management. Then generally investment decisions related to the selection of best investment proposals and commitment of funds to such proposals to maximize firm's earnings and maximize the value of firm. Our intention is maximizing the firm's earnings and maximizing the value of firm. That is actually what the objective of our this financial investment, this investment decision. Then second type of decision we know, financing decision. In our investment decision, we decide to invest in which type of asset. Then if we wanted to invest in different types of assets, we should have sufficient finance. In this financing decision, we actually decide from which source we should raise our funds for investing in fixed and current assets. Okay, then here is a financing decision. We can say that once investment decision is made, the second step is to find out finance for that investment. The decisions regarding selection of source of finance is known as financing decision. Financing decisions mainly involves the three decisions taken by the manager. First one is capitalization decision. Second one, cost of capital, and then third one, capital structure planning. These are the three areas covered by our financial manager in this financing decision. First one, capitalization decision. We know finance manager estimates the funds required to be invested in our fixed asset and current asset, here working capital. This is actually the total amount of capital we required. That is what is a capitalization, total amount of capital required. The financial manager firstly decided, and secondly he considered our cost of capital. We know our financial manager raises funds from different sources by issuing equity shares, by issuing preference shares, by issuing debenture bond, etc. Okay, then from which source raise funds, that matter should be decided by the cost of capital of these different sources of funds and the risk element involved in it. Second thing, in taking financing decision, the financial manager should consider the cost of capital of different sources of funds. After considering this cost of capital of different sources of funds, he will decide from which source to raise finance. And then third area in this financial decision is capital structure planning. Here we know capital structure, our capital mainly comprises of two components, equity component and then debt component. Both of these components has their own advantages and disadvantages, their own merits and demerits. So our financial manager should take a capital structure planning, the optimum capital structure planning. He has to do it. That is the third area covered under the financing function. Then the third decision making area, we know dividend decision. In dividend decision, actually after earning profit, how much profit to be distributed among shareholders and how much profit to be retained in the hand of the firm as retained earnings. This decision is actually come under this dividend decision. Dividend decision simply means how much portion of profit earned by the firm should be distributed among shareholders, and then after distributing certain amount to the shareholders, certain profit earned by the firm retained in the hands by the firm for its expansion purposes. This is the third decision making area. This decision making area is very, very important. The reason is this: if a firm decides to distribute no profit as dividend to the shareholders, it will actually affect the interest of the shareholders negatively. That will affect the market value of the firm negatively. If a firm decides to distribute the profit earned totally to the shareholders, we know shareholders are fully satisfied, and at the same time firm shouldn't have no retained earnings in its hands for using expansion purposes. When a firm need fund for expansion purposes, they depend on the debt or other bank loan. Actually the cost of capital of that debt or bank loan is very, very high. We know our flowing back of profit or retained earnings is a source of capital. It's a cost. It has just opportunity cost. That cost of capital is very low when we compare it with the cost of capital of our bank loan or debt. These are the three decision making areas come under the financing decision area of our financial manager: investment decision, financing decision, and dividend decision. Investment decision: decided to invest in which assets, how much portion to be invested in our fixed asset, how much portion to be invested in our current asset, and how much portion to be invested in our other securities portfolio. Then second one, financing decision. At the time of this investment decision, we know how much amount of fund we need for investment in different categories of assets. In this financing function, we raise funds from different sources of finance. And the third decision making area is dividend decision. These are the three decision making areas of our financial manager. Then next we discuss about objectives of financial management. Objectives of financial management, we know profit maximization approach, then second one wealth maximization approach, and then third one value maximization approach. These are the three objectives of financial management. First one, profit maximization; second one, wealth maximization; and the third one, value maximization. Then we discuss about all these three objectives: profit maximization, wealth maximization, and value maximization in detail. First one, profit maximization approach. According to this approach, actions that maximize profit or earning per share should be considered as a favorable one, and the decisions that negatively affect, that reduce the profit or earning per share of the firm is considered as bad decisions from the perspective or from the point of view of this profit maximization approach. I explain it. According to this profit maximization approach, actions that maximize profit or earning per share should be taken, and those that decrease profit or earning per share are to be avoided. Then profit maximization criteria implies that investments, then financing, and our dividend policy decisions of a firm should be oriented to maximize profit or earning per share. This method is considered, this profit maximization approach is considered appropriate because of certain reasons. First reason, we know business is an economic activity, so profit maximization may be considered as a rational financial objective. First one, business is an economic activity, so profit maximization is a rational objective. And then second reason for supporting this profit maximization approach is this: it enables economic natural selection. It enables economic natural selection, and only profit maximizing firm can survive at the end, we know it. And then third reason for supporting this profit maximization approach is this: it will act as an incentive to face competition. It will act as an incentive to face competition. And the fourth reason we support this profit maximization is this: it also maximizes socio-economic welfare. Because of these four reasons, we support this profit maximization approach. This profit maximization approach is also criticized for certain reasons. Then first criticism is this ambiguity. We are telling the term profit, but that term profit is vague. Then second one, timing of benefits. Earlier, the better principle is not considered in this profit maximization approach. And then third criticism is this quality of benefits. Quality of benefits. It ignores the quality aspect of benefit associated with the financial course of action. Then quality refers to the degree of certainty with which the benefits are to be expected. These are the three criticisms, three major criticisms against our profit maximization approach. I repeat: first one, ambiguity. The term profit is not clear. And the second one, timing of benefits, we are not considering here. And then third one, quality of benefit. Here mean degree of certainty with which the benefits are to be expected, we are not considering here. These are the three criticisms against our profit maximization approach. I can say that this profit maximization approach, we consider only one thing: all those decisions, whether it from our investment area, whether it from our financing area, or whether it from our dividend policy area, that decision should support that decision should increase the profit of our firm. Then only that decision can be considered as a better one. Then second objective, wealth maximization approach. Then the concept of shareholders wealth maximization was introduced by David Durant and Lutz in 1952. Then this maximization of wealth means maximization of market price per share in the long run. Wealth maximization means maximizing the market value of share in the long run. Every financial decision should be based on cost benefit analysis. If benefit is more than cost, the decision will help to increase the wealth. If every decision we analyze it on the basis of cost benefit, if benefit is more than cost, we consider it as a good decision. Then wealth maximization approach aims at maximizing the wealth of shareholders by increasing earning per share. The arguments in favor of wealth maximization approach. First one, the net effect of investment and benefits can be measured clearly. First argument in favor of this wealth maximization approach is this: the net effect of investment and benefits can be measured clearly. And second argument in favor of wealth maximization approach, it considers the time value of money. And then the third argument in favor of this profit maximization approach is this: it focuses on long-term growth and development of the entity. And then the fourth reason for support, it guides management in framing a suitable dividend policy. And then one more reason, because of it, we support this wealth maximization, it considers the impact of risk factor. These are the causes behind we support wealth maximization approach. Then our third objective, value maximization approach. In this value maximization approach, the objective of financial management is to increase long-term market value of the organization. Here we are stressing the term long-term market value of the organization, not long-term market value of shares of the company, equity shares of the company. Then the total value of organization comprises of all financial assets such as equity, debt, preference share, warrants. All these come under the financial assets. Wealth maximization we now focuses only on increasing the value of our equity shares. But when we come to this value maximization approach seeks to maximize not only the value of equity share but also the value of all financial assets. These are the three objectives of our financial management: profit maximization, wealth maximization and value maximization. Then interrelationships of financial decisions. We know we have three financial decision making areas: investment decision, then second one financing decision, and third one dividend decision. All these decisions are interrelated. After we decide how much amount we want to invest in our fixed asset and current asset, we are going to raise that fund from different sources of funds. After doing our business, we earn profit. From that profit, we distribute our profit among our shareholders as dividend, and certain portion we retain in our hand for investment purposes. So we know all these decision making areas: our investment decision, our financing decision, then our dividend decision. All these three decision making areas are interrelated, and these three areas involve risk and return. So we have to attain a trade-off between risk and return, and then the goal of our financial decision, goal of our financial management is actually the maximization of wealth of shareholders. You people shouldn't forget that the aim of our financial management, aim of our financial decision is maximization of wealth of shareholders. Then next we discuss about the key activities of financial manager. Firstly I told you people that the financial management simply means the activities performed by a financial manager in an organization. Here the key activities of financial manager, we are explaining it. First key area of financial manager, performing financial analysis and planning. This is one area of activity of our financial manager. And then second area, making investment decisions. And the third one, making financial decisions. These are the key activities of financial manager in an organization. These are all about the introduction part of our financial management. I think the topics covered here is clear for all of you. We are continuing our session in our coming videos. Till then, goodbye.